What's going on, guys? Welcome back to From the Red Carpet. On today's episode, we have another Flash trailer, some news regarding the trailer for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, some Kraven the Hunter news, and there's another alien movie on the horizon. So stick around, and we'll dive right in. Starting off, we have some Midnight Angels news. A while back, we learned that Okoye would be getting her own series for Disney+. Then, we heard about the Midnight Angels series. Well, as it turns out, they are one and the same. Okoye, Ayo, and Anika will appear in Okoye Midnight Angels, where other government agencies attempt to steal vibranium from Wakanda, nearly setting off another world war. The series will start production this year and possibly debut in Phase 6 of the MCU. We have a new promotional shot for Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse. In this one, Miles Morales reunites with Spider-Gwen and some others to take on The Spot, a scientist-turned-supervillain who can travel around using black holes. In addition to that, Spider-Man 2099, Tobey, Andrew, and even the PlayStation Spider-Man will make an appearance. Here we have a photo of the PlayStation Spider-Man from the film. It's unclear who's voicing this variant. However, in addition to Shameik Moore as Miles, Jake Johnson as Peter Parker, and Haley Steinfeld as Gwen, Daniel Kaluuya will voice Spider-Punk, Oscar Isaac will voice Spider-Man 2099, Jason Schwartzman will voice The Spot, and Jorma Taccone from Lonely Island will voice the Vulture in the film. So that's pretty awesome. Venom 3 is set to include a lot of characters, including Toxin and probably Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. However, there's another character being added to the mix. Recently, it was reported that Owen Wilson was going to be in the film as Mobius, tying Venom to the TVA. Maybe him leaving the symbiote behind in No Way Home caused the timeline to branch, so the TVA had to prune it and capture Eddie Brock. That being said, Owen Wilson was actually going to play a different character entirely in the film and not Mobius. But I'm not sure who. As of now, Owen Wilson has passed on the role, handing it over to someone else. So who did he pass the role on to? I'm not sure. Well, what was the role he passed on? I don't know. If I don't know anything about this, why would I even mention it? And all I can say is, I don't know. We have some Kraven the Hunter news. Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, is set to be Sony's first R-rated Marvel film. It's been reported that we'll get a trailer for the film this summer. It'll show Kraven in his trademark vest slicing up a military convoy, and him biting the nose off of a guy and spitting blood towards the camera. That's pretty wild. Also, in addition to the Chameleon being the film's antagonist, we'll see the Rhino in the film as well. And despite this film being set in Sony's Spider-Verse alongside The Amazing Spider-Man 2, this Rhino will be different than Paul Giamatti's version. The Kraven film is set for an October 5th, 2023 release. Let's take a look at the most recent Flash trailer. This one is hitting theaters this June, surprisingly. I mean, after all that Ezra Miller drama, I'm shocked we're going to see it at all. But aside from Miller, I think the only reason people want to see this one is due to the return of Michael Keaton's Batman. I mean, come on. Anyway, in the film, Barry Allen goes back in time to save his mom, who died when he was a kid. But doing so changes the entire timeline, pretty much erasing the DCEU. And now, with the help of Michael Keaton's Batman, Supergirl, and another Barry Allen, the Flash has to stop Zod, who's back to finish what he started in The Man of Steel. In addition to that, it looks like one of the two Flashes will turn bad and become Dark Flash, which I suppose is this film's version of Eobard Thawne. Thawne was a pivotal part of the Flashpoint story, which is what this movie is loosely based off of. So, to not include him is pretty interesting. Anyway, here's the new trailer.
I lost my parents. That pain made me who I am. I spent a lifetime trying to right the wrongs of the past. As if fighting crime would bring my parents back. You actually did it.
I can't imagine what you've been through.
I love you, Monkey.
You lost both parents in one day.
Barry! Call 911 now! I went back in time to save my parents. But instead, I completely broke the universe.
If you went back and changed the past, this world must die. You changed the future.
Do you know what this symbol stands for?
Means hope, right?
I will help you fight Zod.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I have to undo what I did.
These scars we have make us who we are. I'm not meant to go back and fix them. Don't let your tragedy define you.
What did you do?
No matter what we do, we're not going to be able to fix this. No! Nobody dies!
You're strapped to your parachutes.
Hey, where's yours?
How about an update for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? It's been reported that in this one, Arthur Curry must team up with his brother Ocean Master to take on an even more dangerous Black Manta, who wants revenge after the events of the first film. Even though I don't have the trailer just yet, it was recently shown at CinemaCon, so we at least know what it looks like. The trailer opens up with Black Manta now wielding a black trident. He's with Dr. Shin, played by Randall Park, and they're attacking the surface world. Meanwhile, Aquaman is coming to terms with becoming the new king of Atlantis and has to confide in his half-brother, Orm, for help. There are some comedic scenes between Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson, and it seems as though Aquaman and Orm get closer. Then, we see bits of an epic battle between the land and sea. Mera is shown, however, no one gives a shit about Amber Turd, right? And then, it all ends with a shot of Aquaman fighting Black Manta one-on-one. It sounds pretty epic, and I hope we get to see the trailer really soon. As we've heard, Harvey Dent will be in Joker, Folie A Deux. It's a safe bet that Harvey will in fact become TwoFace in the film. How do I know? Well, recent reports are saying that Folie A Deux is taking inspiration from The Long Halloween in regard to Harvey Dent. At some point in the film, Harvey will be prosecuting Arthur Fleck, and I'm willing to bet there's fuckery afoot. Maybe Arthur is the one who throws acid in Dent's face, but only time will tell. And lastly, guys, a new Alien film is on the horizon. A new Alien film was announced last year. Fede Alvarez, who directed films like Don't Breathe, last year's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the Evil Dead remake, is set to direct this one as well. He's been a super fan of the Alien series and is working alongside Ridley Scott on the project, who will now serve as a producer. The film began production March 9th in Budapest, and so far, Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, Archie Reno, Isabella Merced, Spike Fern, and Aileen Wu have been added to the cast. I'm pretty sure I butchered half those names. But anyway, the only plot I have at this time is that a group of young adults find themselves on a faraway world and are put against a dangerous threat, aka xenomorphs. So hopefully we'll have more information pretty soon. Alright guys, that does it for this episode of From the Red Carpet. If you like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And with that, of course, I'll see you on the next one.